Okay. Hi, ladies. Today we're going to be talking about the scenario. Um, so about Samantha, Victor, and Amara. So,
Yes, okay.
so the
What do you think was the person that had accurate information?
I think I think Victor because he said that the force of the hand stopped when the contact lost. But what do you guys think?
I
Um,
actually was thinking, oh, sorry, you go ahead.
I was thinking it was Amara, because in her script it said after contact is lost, there are no longer any forces pushing the cart forward. That's why it stopped speeding. So the reason why I chose that one because I felt like that she recognized the forward push. It was a force of forward push. And once the hand got off it stopped in contact and lost. And there was no force to keep pushing the car. So the car
Mhm.
stopped speeding up and slows down due to the friction. So I felt like, the only force was when she pushed it and then this release, and that was like basically, I think, Newton's law as well, that we had read in the first book that we had read.
I
Mhm.
Yeah,
also, oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead. You were talking before.
I was going to say I also agreed with Amara because I put it makes the most sense to me because when you do the push, it's getting that initial speed and then it goes like at a constant speed, but then it starts to lose speed because it's no longer having the force of the hand to push it. And the only way to create the force again would be to push the cart again, is
Mhm.
what I was thinking.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Well, when I like was looking at it, I thought that Amara's made more sense just because yeah, kind of like you guys were both saying, like once a person stops like pushing something, there's no longer like a force to push it any further. So the cart's eventually gonna like go, go, go and then slow down.
Mhm.
Um and things don't just like stop right away. Um I think like it made more sense when you think about like things that we see in everyday life and how like force is used. Like when you see a kid roll a ball, eventually like it's gonna slow down and stop after that initial like push with their hand or kick with their foot. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was in the middle between Amara and Victor. I think both of them were like pretty close in my opinion. So that's why I was like in the edge of like who to choose.
Mhm.
And I agree with like the force. They were like with Amara pushing forces forward. Uh, but yeah, I just thought like Victor had a little bit more like friction, but yeah, both of them were.
Yeah, I was thinking, I actually went back and forth on Victor and Amara also. The only question I had, like in the beginning, when he says the force of the hand stops when the context is lost, I was like, that makes sense to me. But the part that didn't make sense to me was that when it says some other force must be acting to keep the cart moving. And so I was thinking, would that be friction? But wouldn't friction kind of like slow it down?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, because fiction is not a force. So,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
So
that's what
that's when
I
I
thought
went
as
to
well.
Amara because I was like, I agree with you. When I first read Victor, I was thinking, yeah, his. But then when I read the other one made a little bit more sense to me than, like I said, I
Mhm.
was just wondering what the other force was. It didn't say like it was the hand or, so that's why I didn't pick Victor. But I see what you were saying, Alma, about like going between those two. Or
Because
the other one, the first one was like a definite, like Samantha was like a definite no.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
it was definitely a no. Because Amara says that there's no more force, correct?
yes, correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
force pushing.
and then Samantha was made it seem like the force was carried through with the cart. That
Hmm.
it continued with force, and that's not what it was. It stopped because of the friction. So there was no force towards after she let go of the cart.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like, we all are on the same page and we all think that it is Amara
Hmm.
that had the right script and explanation.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm glad we had a little bit of a like a different opinion. I feel like sometimes we're always like on the same page, so I'm glad we had something to like discuss about.
Yes.
Yeah, and I took like from the last time we met, like I said last time, I was like, I wanted to become more prepared. So it's like I made sure I took the time and read over the scripts. And then I went back to the first module that she suggested just to, because I didn't realize that this scenario was in that module, just to go back and refresh my memory about what everything was, because it's been a while since we did that one. And I know that definitely helped me pick Amara.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of like you guys were saying, I was going back and forth between Victor and Amaro at first. I think the only thing, kind of what you guys were just talking about, but that was keeping me from like agreeing with Victor is because it seemed like he thought like another force was continuing to push the cart forward after the
Hmm.
initial push. Um, which I mean, I don't know. That's why I just went with Amara because she says like there's nothing else after that push. So, but yeah, I think like Alma, you brought up some good points too, and yeah, everybody did.
Yes. We came to a conclusion, as you say.
Mhm. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay. Um, what was this? Is that all that we were supposed to do for this assignment?
I
I
Yes,
believe
I
believe
think.
so.
Yeah, we're just supposed to discuss, and then I think towards the end, after you post the video, you're supposed to do like a summary of what we discussed.
Okay, I could
yeah.
I could do the summary too. When I upload it, I'll do the summary and then
Okay.
I'll upload it. I'll do that tonight. Um while I'm watching. I'm gonna stop the video. Okay.